Hey everyone, welcome to another full day of eating in under 5 minutes. This is on a rest day and I'm eating less calories than normal with more whole plant sources as a way to sort of cleanse my body on this day. For those of you who are waiting my big news, I'll be announcing the big news in Monday's video, but for those of you who cannot wait, I'll also be announcing it in tomorrow's podcast. The link is on the screen and in the description below, but let's get into what I'm having for breakfast here. You just saw me grab 2 frozen bananas, a cup of frozen mangoes and pineapple, a bit of ripple milk, a handful of spinach and cacao nibs. Now I'm including my powders and my brown rice protein by MyProtein, and if you guys do want to use my discount, you can click the link and use the code below for 10% off. I blend all of this up and I have seriously the perfect nutritious start to my morning. Now here's something that's kind of different that I've been including into my life, and especially because something important was happening the day after I filmed this. So I'm doing a bit of yoga as well as a bit of guided meditation while listening to somebody called Muji, and it really just helped me to relax as well as increase my flexibility, but really honestly just to kind of ease my mind a little bit and relax, because that's definitely what I needed to do this day. So after doing yoga for about an hour, then walking around for a while breathing that fresh air, it's time for lunch. I've got myself mushrooms, an onion, garlic, 2 carrots, a tomato, 2 cups of green beans, spinach, black beans, brown rice, tempeh, and lemon and lime juice for flavoring. So first things first, I'm just cutting everything into little pieces. I have literally no rhyme or reason or any sort of strategy when it comes to the shapes or how I'm doing this or any technique, honestly, at all. Honestly, I'm just trying to cut them into smaller pieces so they cook well. And this is the part where y'all get to laugh at me in the comments because I have no idea how to cut onions without making myself tear up. So I'm bawling my ass off while doing this. Here's what we're looking like with everything all cut up. It's a very, very pleasant sight. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, there's a tangerine in there. I decided to use tangerine from my garden just to see if it was kind of a good little extra like flavor touch, and it absolutely was. Side note, something I've noticed is I like lemon juice quite a bit more in terms of the actual flavor, but when it comes to cooking, I think lime juice is so much more tasty in actual cooked food. There's the tangerine that I'm smashing in my hand. It was really, really good. Yo, so listen, this is for all my non-pro chefs out there to make you look pro. Anytime you have something that's not really that pretty, throw sesame seeds on top and you're gonna look like you're a professional culinary chef up in that bitch. Now this whole meal came out to 735 calories, 120 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and 43 grams of protein, and it filled me up for so long it felt really good. Now following the trend of eating as many plants as possible on this day, I've got a whole eggplant, I've got broccoli, green beans, mushrooms, green red bell peppers, I got a sweet potato, I got russet potatoes, I got garlic, onion, I got so much stuff. And so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just going to dice and then mince these garlic pieces into as little pieces as possible. I'm gonna do the same with thyme, as it is a herb that's really, really tasty and also provides quite a bit of flavoring. I'm going to take both of these little chopped up pieces and put them in oil. This is going to infuse the oil with flavor, so we're just going to let all that stuff sizzle in there until it gets brown, but we'll get back to that. In the meantime, it's time to get it chopping again, so we are going to take the green bell peppers, cut them up into like long pieces, and then cut them into kind of just 1-inch, 2-inch little slices, and you can make them as big or small as you want. Like honestly, this is all up to you, and I'm not a chef. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just kind of randomly going about what I'm doing and experimenting and kind of figuring out as I go. Now, another thing that I'm having is asparagus, and I used to hate this because one time I contest prepped on asparagus for every meal and my pee ended up smelling like asparagus, so I just hate stuff. Now, it's funny, I actually really like it. Eggplant, I just cut into these discs and then I cut the discs into 4 pieces. It creates like the perfect little roasting ability veggies. And this is something kind of weird and interesting for you to try out next time you're having russet potatoes instead of just the regular baked potato, is just cut a bunch of slits into potatoes. Just don't cut them all the way through. That's it. You'll see what happens. Then we're gonna come back to our oil. We've got our garlic now browned. That's how you know this is ready and done. So we're gonna pull out the strainer. We're gonna strain the oil through this, and we're gonna keep those bits for later. And I'm gonna put those on top of everything after we pull it out the oven. Now we're just gonna toss all of our little bite-sized veggies with our clean washed hands in this olive oil. Then we're gonna throw all of this mixture onto a cookie sheet, and this causes every vegetable to be kind of slightly glazed in olive oil. That way it all crisps up and cooks really evenly while it's going through this roasting process. Seriously, this is one of the best way to make vegetables. It takes a little bit of effort, but it is so tasty. We're gonna cook the vegetables for about 35 minutes at 385 degrees. Olive oil actually smokes at 405 degrees, so make sure you cook it under that. Then we're gonna say what's up to Kobe. After it is all done cooking, pull it out. You got these crispy vegetables. This is probably the best tasting way to have vegetables. There's the half black potatoes. These are really, really good. If you cook them for a little bit longer, they get nice and crispy. I didn't cook them quite long enough. But there's dinner. 1,139 calories, 144 grams of carbs, 56 grams of fat, and 32 grams of protein. And that is it for the day. We are eating really, really good, a little bit lower calories, but all vegetables, a great way to cleanse my body. This is 349 grams of carbs, 81 grams of fat, and 105 grams of protein, as well as 2,450 calories. This is what I ate today. I love making these shorter full day of eatings for you guys who don't have as much time to watch. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week. CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker. Team Beyond the Week. CT. Lift